Good morning, good evening, SandFam. We are on SandDAO podcast number 49. I have with me a familiar face, someone who has been on the podcast before, Mark Bago from all the way SandDAO podcast number 12 for SIP number 12 about the Sandbox Academy in the Philippines. If you recall, we'll get into some of the details, but if you recall, he was seeking funds for to do a Sandbox Academy, pretty much a game design workshop in the Philippines, and it would be a series of workshops in that country. And it passed. So it passed. He is in day number 2 of 4 of the first workshop, and he has some exciting news to share with all of us, some updates that we can that we can share with everyone because it's pretty cool. I had a lot of fun assembling this for you all and all the content that he's been sharing. You'll see the impact of our funding from the DAO to him and what he's been doing with those funds. So today, the scope of the talk is a SIP follow-up. So a follow-up to SIP number 12. And also it's a celebration. It's a celebration of success that the impact of what the DAO funds have been used toward. A disclaimer is that Mark and I do not represent the Sandbox Game or the Sandbox Foundation. We are not your financial or legal advisors, and nothing we say is to be taken as financial or legal advice. When we say the word SIP, we mean Sandbox Improvement Proposal. When we say the word DAO, we mean Decentralized Autonomous Organization. And when we say the word SandFam, we're talking about the Sandbox community, those who participate in the people, product, and purpose of the Sandbox ecosystem. That ecosystem is I divide into 3 sectors: the people, which is all the way from gamers to Sandbox team. The product is everything from the game client to the DAO. And the purpose is what was originally established in the white paper 2020. Also, some remarks by Sebastian Bourget, Arthur Madrid, and Yatsu that the to empower creators and to bring culture and gaming together. And boy, are we doing that in this episode. All that together equals the ecosystem. And this episode is about the game makers and voxel artists under the people sector and the DAO itself under the product. I guess it'd really be Vox Edit and Game Maker. So I'll move that because of the way the workshops are being done with those 2 products. Scoreboard and Checkbook have not moved because the DAO admin team is hard at work at implementing the delegation system. So those will be we'll be returning back to those next week on the 27th. But today's episode is about SIP number 12, a follow up. So I'm your host, Lanzer. And today with me, we have a return of Mark Bago. Mark, welcome back. How are you doing?
Hey, Lanzer, it's been a
It
while.
has. It
Yeah,
has.
I'm so very happy to be back here. And yeah, I have a lot of fun news to our SandFam. So yeah, let's do
Yep. So
this.
without further ado, then, so SIP number 12, it was all the way back in the beginning of September. I mean, if you can believe it,
Yeah,
SIP number 12. It passed. So we had the biggest thing is that it passed quorum. That's the biggest thing of all. And it passed it
yeah,
pretty healthily. But also, it did pass with the yes vote. And what it did was it authorized a series of game design workshops within the Philippines that Mark has calls the Sandbox Academy. He's been doing it for quite some time on his own dime, just teaching people about Vox Vox Edit and Game Maker, how to build within the
yeah.
Sandbox ecosystem. And there you have it, right there. A recent picture of him and Seb.
The third, he's actually the brand manager of the college where we are conducting the workshop. His
Oh, the
name is
oh,
Jeff
the brand
Ureño. Yeah,
manager. Oh, excuse me.
yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah.
what's his name?
Jeff Eugenio actually recruited him to be part of Sandbox Academy
Oh,
because he's
good.
actually very good and he's very willing to help me out. in terms of marketing, uh, doing creating videos, all of that stuff. Yeah.
It must be the camera angle lens. I'm so sorry. And his name is Jeff?
Yep. Jeff.
Jeff.
Jeff. Yep.
Jeff. All right.
So yeah.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for all your hard work in the Sandbox Academy. So let's start with a video update of Mark, who I think is just a couple days old now. You'll see a video here of him updating you all on what's been happening these past couple days. It's like I said, he's just completed day 2 of 4 of the first game design workshop at the first school. So here's him just a couple days ago.
Hello, SandFam. We are on day 2 for our Sandbox Academy game design training or workshop. So this is batch 2. They're currently doing some parkour game, simple parkour game, and they will be receiving like 1,000, just 100 pesos. Yeah. So they're doing good.
They're very busy.
All right.
So there's a little video update which we'll be getting into back and forth between Mark and I now. Here's some pictures Mark sent me. You can see even though I blurred their faces just out of an abundance of caution, but Mark has already, and they've all already agreed to let their faces be plastered all over social
Yeah.
media. But this is them. Was this day 1 or day 2?
Wait, I think that's day 1.
Day
Yeah, I think
1.
that's day 1. And
Okay.
the video earlier,
Yeah.
it's actually just yesterday.
Oh, just yesterday.
Friday.
Oh, geez. All
Yeah.
right. So this, you can see like over a dozen students at this point. I think looks like between 20 and 30 students just right there.
Yeah.
And then here it is in front of the school. You can see the Sandbox Academy banner, and it looks like a sign in. Is that Jeff over there in the blue shirt?
No, I think that's not him.
Okay.
Yeah, but
So it
he's
looks
somewhere
like
there.
looks like a sign-in sheet, sign-in table, and then here you
Yeah.
can see 2 students working within, looks like the Sandbox launcher or a mixture of Vox Edit, and
That's Box Edit.
yeah, so people working on within the product right there just a couple days ago. And then here's a second second picture. Looks like another cohort or a different day, the Sandbox Academy. And then
I
is that
think that's still day 1, but that's class, the 3rd class.
so you had
Yeah,
multiple
that's in the
classes?
evening class. 3. Yeah, 3
3
classes.
classes in a day?
Yeah, yeah. Two
Whoa.
2.5 hours per class. Yeah.
2.5 hours per
So I
class.
started
You
in
did
the
3
morning.
classes in a day.
Yeah, I started in the morning, ended up in the evening.
Gotcha. And is this the superintendent, or who is this on the right?
Oh, that is Mr. Emerson Panacio. He is the president and CEO of NCST, National College of Science and Technology. And he is the very first person that I've talked to about the workshop. An hour meeting. It was like so very enthusiastic and very eager to have a Sandbox Academy um, in their college. So he gave me a big yes to start up right away with
So
the
so a big
workshop.
supporter. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here you see them in one of the classes working on some things, going through the class
Yeah, that's
process.
Box
Here's another
Edit.
angle of them doing that again, and we have another video we wanted to share, something that will start kicking off the questions.
Kasa mo.
So it looked like right there, even though I don't, first of all, are you speaking Tagalog? What language are you speaking in
Yeah,
school?
yeah, it is Tagalog. Yeah.
All right. So even though you're speaking Tagalog and I don't really speak Tagalog except for "Cómo está?" and
Kumusta? Yeah.
"Mabuti, mabuti," and and even though you're speaking a different language, what was clear is that the student asked a question and that you came over to help the student understand something. Do you remember what it is that
Yeah.
you were explaining?
Honestly, no. I already forgot because a lot of students there always raise their hands, to ask questions, and I just go around the lab or the inside the room and just checking what they're doing. If I found something that I think they're struggling with, I already instead of them calling me to ask question, I voluntarily tell them that hey, this is what you need to do. Like yeah, so so that is what I do.
So you help them
I
if
go
they
around.
are struggling.
Yeah.
So like any good teacher and facilitator in schools. So there's an example of Mark helping one of the students who asked for some help and explaining the curriculum. So let's get into that. Explain to me the process. What does the workshop? How does it? How is it going? What happened? You gave me a lot of updates, but please in your own
Mm,
words, and then we'll go back through all the other stuff you told me.
yeah. So as for the workshop, there's really I don't know. There's really no process that I'm actually following. Because what I wanted to do is to make the workshop fun and not boring, and so that the students will not feel that they are learning, but instead they would feel that we're just there, creating games, sharing our games, and then just again having fun. So the only the process that I followed was on the first day when I do a presentation, like a slide that I created in Canva, and there's like a welcome video from our dear country manager from Sandbox Southeast Asia, Mr. George Wong. He actually recorded a video. Yeah, I should have shared it to you earlier, but
That's
yeah,
okay. That next time it.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, and yeah. So after that, I told them, the our agenda for the 4 days of workshop. So, and by the way, SandFam, I'm very sorry. The the schedule, the process that I've written on the SIP wasn't followed, but I actually made sure that uh, every end of the workshop, the students will learn something, and they will be competitive in terms of building games, especially joining a game jam, because that is what my mission is actually. You know, to breed new raw talents of game designer for our community.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, what's clear is that you you're doing it. So
yeah.
even if you didn't follow the timeline exactly, just looking at these pictures alone, you already hosted two of the workshop days. How many people have you taught so far?
Um. Well, first I was expecting like there are 80 of them who signed up online, and then when I started the workshop, there are other like walk-ins just wanted to join in, and I was like, they were like, "Hey, Sir Mark, is it okay if we join your class?" So I was like, "No problem, as long as there's an available computer, let's do this." And then yeah, and then what else? Yeah, other than college students, there are also senior high school students who also joined us, and they're actually very good. Yeah, those three guys are actually good. They're still in high school. So what else?
So 80 signed up. There were walk-ins. How many have attended so far? I think you said 91 have attended.
91. Yeah, 91 in total.
91. So just classes 1 and 2. I'm sorry. Days 1 and
Three.
2.
Yeah, days 1 and 2.
91 people you've taught so far. Days 1 and 2.
Yeah, 91.
Wow. All right.
Yeah,
So
I couldn't say no to those students who really wanted to join in, but the student council who also helped me out. They're the ones, just telling them, hey, we can still do the workshop after this. We can do part 2. And I was like, yeah, why not? Let's do it, because there are a lot of students who are eager to join and learn. And I would like to shout out to the student council, the Junior Information and Communication Technology Council, and the NCST Esports Club. They helped me out with everything. You know, it's like, yeah, they're a very big help.
and you and so you only expected 45 people, did you say?
Um, Based on my SIP, what I put there is a minimum of 20 students, maximum of 40. So
Because
when, when the
you're already well over that.
yeah, I was like, when I saw the Google response, I was like, geez, this is like 80 students, and there are also like other students who also would like to join in. I was like, yeah, sure, but you need to get in touch with you need to get in touch first with your student council if they would allow it. But I'm all good. I'm all good with that.
And so you wait. So your SIP said a minimum of 20 and a max of 40. Was it per class or per workshop or per day?
That's only per class.
Per
For
class.
one class,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. So, but instead, 80 people signed up, and then there were 91 total if you include walk-ins, just
yeah,
in 2 days alone.
yes, that is
Okay.
right.
So
And
this
one
is
funny
this is
thing,
go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, one funny thing is that Jeff, the brand manager, he told me that because there are two labs, two computer labs. Uh, uh, he asked me if it's okay that we use a like a microphone and connect it to the other room so that we can accommodate like two classes at once.
Sure.
So I was thinking, yeah, we can do that, but it's I don't know. I think it's very unfair for the other students on the other room that I will not be able to like interact with them personally. So yeah, so yeah, I told them, yeah, we can just focus on like one class, and we can do 3 classes for one day. No worries. So it was fun. Yeah, I actually enjoyed it. The only problem on my day one, I almost lost my voice. It's like
Oh,
my throat
yeah.
really hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I really don't care. It was fun. Yeah.
So you okay, all right. So let's get this math. So your SIP projected a max of 40 per class, but so many people
Mhm.
signed up that you ended up doing 3 classes in one day, and
Yeah.
across 2 days of your 4 days you planned for the workshop just at one school, you've taught 91 students. How many more do you expect to teach by the end of day 4?
Actually, they told me that on Monday, on day 3, there would be like instructors from the college who also wanted to join because yeah, Mr. Emerson wanted Sandbox Academy to be part of their curriculum. So
Whoa.
uh,
At the local college? What college was it?
yeah, National College of Science and Technology. Yeah, that's the college I'm doing the workshop right now. So yeah, I was like, yeah, that is actually one of my plan. It's like the trainer program.
Yes, it is.
So
That is most definitely
right,
a
it's like
train the trainer.
yeah, I remember that. We talked about that on our last podcast. So I was like, yeah, let's do this so that when I go to the next university, the other trainers that I will be training will continue the workshop on
And
NCST.
they want to hire you on as their lead
The
trainer?
yeah, yeah.
That's crazy, Mark. That's crazy
I
awesome.
know, I know, right? Like, yeah, like yeah, sure. And you know what? One other one thing would be like Mr. Emerson. He told me that, hey, Mark, did you finish your college? I was like, no, I was undergraduate. It was like, study here, finish your college here. It would be for free. I was like, I'm too old to finish that, sir. I was like, I don't care, study here. I'm like, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm also like thinking of, continuing my college and finishing it at NCSB.
And so that
So
you can become one of the professors. We're gonna be calling you Professor Mark. Hmm?
that is, I don't know, it makes me feel old. Yeah. I, I don't even want my students to call me sir. I wanted them to just call me Mark. And oh, by the way, the other students who are not participants or attendees to the workshop, when I walk around the campus, they're calling me as Sir Sandbox. It's like Sir Sandbox. Yeah, it
They
was
call me
fun.
Sir Sandbox.
Sir Sandbox.
I'm going to write that one down. So tell me, Mr. Emerson was the president
President. Yeah, President and CEO. Yeah, of NCST.
of NCST, National
Yeah,
College of Science and
National
Technology.
College of Science and Technology. Yep.
Got it. Wow, Mark. Wow. That right there. I mean, you can just tell from the pictures, but that right there, for those of you watching, this is what impact looks like. This is what it looks like to put our SIP dollars toward teaching the next generation. When we're looking at the ecosystem, not only are we affecting the product, as in using Vox Edit and Game Maker, but we're creating the next generation of game makers and voxel artists. Right there,
Yeah.
you're
Right.
witnessing the teaching happening, and then you're also you have a lead on now Mr. Emerson, who's the president of the college, wants you to finish your degree so that you become not just Sir Sandbox, but Professor Sandbox, and teaching it at the college, I guess, full time, like in the future as an instructor of some sort.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah.
Jeez, jeez. Okay, so what's the part about the 2 weeks they're going to the assembly hall and the award winners? What's that?
Oh yeah. Um. So the agenda for the schedule of my workshop is day one. We go. We do basics on Vox Edit, and then some presentations, and then introducing the students to the sandbox and also Sandbox DAO. And then on day two, uh, we go to Game Maker. So we just do the basics, and then on day three, which be on Monday, on Monday we will go advanced game maker mechanics. We go to reach system, and then on day four, so we will go to the assembly hall because oh yeah, let's go back to day three. Day three, I will announce the start of the internal game jam for NCST.
You're gonna do an internal game jam. Okay.
Yeah. So they have 2 weeks to to do their own game, and then on the fourth day, after 2 weeks, we'll go to the assembly hall. I will announce the winners. We'll do the pizza party. So what else? Yeah, I'll also give them like certificates, like physical paper certificates and NFT. And by the way, I would like to shout out to one of the best voxel artists and sandbox, Julianco, in Indonesia. So he'll be the one creating uh, the NFT certificate uh, asset for our students.
So they're gonna get an NFT certificate, the
Yeah,
winners.
yeah, yep, that's right.
And that NFT certificate, is it gonna be like in the sandbox or something where they get
Mhm.
to? Wow.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and mint them. So I think I'm gonna just use like a common catalyst to save the funds. Yeah, and by the way, on the fourth day, I will also give them uh, the Sandbox Academy T-shirts. Yeah, all 91 of them. It was like, and of course, I will also give like T-shirts to the faculty and the student council.
Yeah.
Just like a token of of thanks for
Yeah.
helping us out.
You know what? I want to do another follow up, um, sometime in the future. But I want to see a video of the presentation of the awards, if possible, and then I want to see that
Hmm.
trailer from the day one. So that's just earmarked for next time. You don't it doesn't even have to be the first school, but I want to show people that too, because I think that would be awesome.
Sure,
But cool. So
sure,
you're
sure.
day 2 of day 4. Day 1 is you do the basics of Vox Edit, and you introduce
Yep.
students to not only the sandbox but also to the DAO. That's
Yeah.
cool. Day 2, you do Game Maker. Game 3, you do advanced Game Maker mechanics, and then you announce the internal game jam. And then
Yep.
they start 2 weeks. They start 2 weeks to build a game. Day
Yeah.
4, you go to the assembly hall. You announce the winners of the game jam.
Yep. That's right.
So day 3, okay, so then between day 3 and day 4 is 2 weeks.
Yeah. That's right.
Okay, so you're gonna return back to this college, or yeah, this school, um,
Hmm.
in 2 weeks. Got it.
Yes.
Okay, and that's where you'll announce the winners, the pizza party, hand out the T-shirts, and the winners will get a certificate, NFT
Yep.
certificate, in the sandbox.
NFT certificates and like a paper certificate, an actual
And
paper
paper. Okay,
certificate.
NFT and paper certificate. This is really well thought out, Mark. This is really well thought
Hmm.
out. Sir
Yeah.
Sandbox, huh? Sir Sandbox. That's funny. I'm gonna call you Sir Sandbox from now on. All right, and then you tell me about the part where you talked about you have a college-wide talk about what the sandbox is. Was that on day 1?
Oh, I'm planning to do that on uh, day 4. So that will be on day 4. That will be is like a town hall. I will be inviting the students to attend just to to educate them what Sandbox Game is. You know,
Of
uh,
NCST?
also yeah, yeah, at NCST. So everything that I'm actually doing at NCST, I will also do this to the other universities. So
And
yeah,
that's where
so yeah,
you want to what do you want to do there? You want to teach them about sandbox or what?
yeah, just try to introduce them what Sandbox is, and then of course I will let them register and create an account
Wow.
for Sandbox. So that would be so those would be the players. So since I'm already there, why not not just register builders but also players, right? To make the community bigger. Because in one university, how many students are there? Like more than 1,000,
Yeah, more than
right?
1,000? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So why not let like register them all.
Mark, I'm just going to say this out loud. I think you should, when you register them, give them your referral code for Alpha Season 4 so that you can get the referral rewards.
Do you, I don't know that. Do you have that? I'm not aware of that. The referral code.
Oh my gosh, Mark, let me show you how to get to that referral code. And then
Sure, please.
you have everyone register with your referral code. I think you've earned that much. I don't think that's unethical at all. That's just my opinion, but I mean, you're the one teaching them, so you should get
Yeah, keep going. Come on.
right on. Good. Good, good, good. So you're going to conduct a town hall inviting all of the National College of Science and Technology students to introduce them to the sandbox and register them, register accounts, and to add them to the SandFam community. Then they become
Yeah,
SandFam as gamers at the very least.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And
Using
that's
my
not.
referral,
Go ahead.
using my referral code.
Yes,
For
using your
season 4.
referral code. Cool. Cool. That is an awesome, awesome update. So that's the Sandbox Academy. And tell me, how many more colleges or how many more workshops are you going to do?
Well, based on my SIP, that would be I have 5 more because I have indicated like 6, right? So um, one university for a month, but I don't think we would be able to like follow the that number of colleges because I think there would be more.
You think there
I
will
think
be
there would be
more?
more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, don't be shy at all if you start to run out of funds at like workshop 5 and you have 4 more. Don't feel the pressure to take all that on with the budget you've asked for. If you get to that 5th workshop and you have 6 more, I think the community would appreciate seeing a sip for the other 5 or however many. That's my,
Woohoo!
my
I love
that's
that.
my opinion, but I don't take this all on by yourself. Especially, it's clear you're creating new SandFam members. Like not just 1 or 2, 91 by day 2. 91 students.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then not to mention how many are going to come to the town hall on day 4. The whole college that you're
Oh, yeah.
inviting, all the new gamers that were registering. Dude, ask for more money once you complete that 5th workshop that you asked for in the SIPs. Don't take the rest on by
Right.
yourself. Just my opinion, but I would
Mhm.
highly advocate for that.
I will. I'll definitely will. Oh, by
Mm,
the way, I was also thinking that if it's not on the assembly hall, because I think the assembly hall can only accommodate like 200 students. So most likely, if they would allow me, I'll do it on the open grounds. So it's like a concert for
you're
Sandbox
definitely gonna
Academy.
lose your voice there, Mark. You're gonna lose your voice there for sure.
That's fine with me.
Wow. Wow. All right. So there's some residual questions that I had just from us talking about our updates. Let's go to. So the first college wanted more than just a workshop. So NCST wanted more than just a workshop. What do they mean by that?
They wanted to like make the Sandbox Academy like a what do you call that term, like a special curriculum or elective for their students. Yeah,
At the college, like an actual elective course.
yeah, yeah. That's right. That's right.
Wow. I I mean, that's just impressive, man. That is just impressive, Mark.
Yeah, yeah. I really can't, have done this with the help of SandFam, and Sandbox DAO, everyone, every single people who helped me, especially Mr. Emerson Atanasio, actually gave what am I gonna do there, and what I will be teaching. I was like so very thankful to them and overwhelmed as well. I was like, they have a lot of plans. So I will share it to you on our next podcast. NCSD has a lot of plans.
Good. Good. So I'm starting a video, not video. I'm starting a list. So for the next podcast, we're going to talk about the opening trainer video. What was the second thing? Oh, the award
What's that?
ceremony. And the award ceremony, if possible, or just pictures or a video. And the third thing was you wanted to share. What was it you just mentioned?
I forgot.
Me too. You know, I'll go back to the recording and then I'll make sure to
Yeah,
say
yeah,
something.
that would be great.
So we'll put a reminder. Look at the third thing we talked about and forgot about this time. All
Yeah,
right, good. Very good. So they call you Sir Sandbox around the campus. And after you complete you finish your degree, then you become Professor Sandbox around the campus.
yeah,
That's cool.
most likely, yeah.
Will then become Professor Sandbox.
But I'd rather just teach because instead of me like learning or finish my degree, why not just use that time to just teach the kids on creating games, right?
Yeah.
For
But
time
Mark, I
saving.
don't think you should feel bad at all about taking care of yourself. You are clearly taking care of SandFam right now by teaching the kids. And that
Mm.
doesn't stop. If you choose to continue your education, there's no problem with that at all. I don't think you should feel
Too
one
old
bit
for
bad
that,
about it.
man. I'm too old for that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I can understand that part. I can understand that. At some point, it's just like, I mean, the
yeah,
younger days, in the younger days.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, why not? But now, yeah, I'd rather just teach the kids, the next
Gotcha.
generation of game designers.
All right, so tell me about Sandbox Academy, Saudi Arabia. You mentioned that. What's going on
So
there?
yeah, oh yeah. So remember, like before I started Sandbox Academy, uh, I conducted like a small workshop for our friends in Sandbox, Saudi Arabia, with the help of um, Mr. George Wong, and then he connected me to Bilal, Mr. Bilal Yama, the country manager of Saudi Arabia. So
Yeah.
we have I've conducted like a 3 hour crash course for Box Edit and Game Maker. And then one of the participants is actually a like what do you call that? He is into crypto and NFT and metaverse.
Mm-hmm.
He reached out to me and then he asked me, "Hey man, can you create a game for me? It's like a simple like a social hub." I was like, "Yeah, no problem."
Mm-hmm.
So I created one for him. We call it the crystal or the glass room, which I also posted on Twitter. And there's like, and then he told me, "Hey, what's your wallet address? Your Ethereum wallet address?" I'm like, I gave it to him without yeah. And then he sent me like a talent fee for the experience that I've created. It's not yet finished yet. So I was like, Jesus, I was like very happy because during that time, I really don't have like a fixed job. So yeah, and then that is where our like uh, our relationship, you know, uh, grew. And then I was like, we were like already planning what to do about Sandbox Academy, Saudi Arabia. So it will be. So I'll just go ahead and replicate what we're doing here at NCSD. But the only difference is I will be teaching trainers in Saudi Arabia, and there will be the trainers will be teaching Sandbox in their own language, so in Arabic.
In Arabic.
and
Yeah,
then
yeah. Okay.
yeah, so that is one of the plans, and I don't know if it's okay if I also share this, but uh, we are also planning to like join an event on February. It's like a crypto event in Saudi Arabia, and they will be asking me to go there. So it will be my first time to get outside the Philippines. So it's very exciting times
Yeah.
for
It sounds
Sandbox Academy.
exciting.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I just had a guest on. It was one of the delegates. I believe it might have been Crypto Mo who mentioned an interest in also connecting with you to
Okay.
start a Sandbox Academy. I think it was Crypto Mo. It might have been Hervé. I have to go back, but I mean, I've done, oh my gosh, 10 delegate interviews in the past 7 days. So my brain is all smushed right now. But it was
Yeah.
someone just the past few days. We talked about Sandbox Academy and how they would be interested in doing that with you. So I asked them, I think I
Nice.
asked them to reach out to you. I'm sure I did. So man, so the Sandbox Academy is growing already into Saudi Arabia. Um,
Yeah.
and then I remember in the chat one day you were talking about that with I think Roxy in Ecuador.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Is also like very interested to have Sandbox Academy in Ecuador, and also two of my friends, and Joyce. He's from India, so he is also a builder from Sandbox. And then the other one is Pepper from Indonesia. So they're also,
Oh, wow, wow.
wanted to have Sandbox Academy. Yeah,
I think you stumbled upon a real idea, a real thing that is taking root. So not just a Sandbox
yeah,
Academy in the Philippines, but you doing train the trainer events to different
mhm,
trainers in different countries who themselves will like maybe oversee a branch of Sandbox Academy in
yeah,
Saudi
that's
Arabia
right.
and perhaps Ecuador and India and Indonesia. Wow,
Mhm.
man, this is so cool. This is so cool to
Yeah,
see this idea turn into impacting real people and real lives and real students.
true, true. I actually didn't expect that to happen. It's like I know that I'll be conducting like uh, like a regular workshop for like 20 to 40 students, but yeah, well, compared to other workshops that we have done before, I really wanted to to have to let the students know almost everything about game maker, and not just like a one-time deal of a workshop. So that's the reason why for NCST, I've asked them, the student council, to create like a group chat for all of the builders, so that if they have any questions for me, I can go ahead and answer them, even if we already have finished the workshop. And if I have the time, I can also go there, to ask questions, assist them, especially if they are already planning to like join the game jams for global. Yeah.
Gotcha. And what it just occurred to me is I want to buy one of your shirts. I want to buy one of your shirts so that when I podcast, I can wear it.
I'll give it to you for free, but yeah, but how much would it be for me to spend for when I send it to you? I'm not sure. You're in the
I,
U.S., right?
I'll pay for the shipping. Yeah, I'm in the US. I'll pay for the shipping. That's okay. Just I want
Sure,
probably a couple shirts because of how much I podcast now.
sure.
But yeah, I
Give
would
me your
love to wear
address
the
and your
Sandbox
size. No
Academy
problem.
shirt. Okay, great.
I
And
love that. I love that.
there's one topic left. I didn't see any community questions that we haven't already answered. There's one topic left. Something I noted. I've been paying more attention to this lately as I've been kind of watching different videos of different people. Like I've watched a lot of Shannon Snow, who's the COO of World of Women. Love World of Women, by the way. I
Yeah,
run around with my WowG avatar all the time in the sandbox. But not just listening only to her, but also Ina Moja, who is on the advisory board, and Shannon Snow is on the special counsel, and then talking to Dr. Loretta Chen, who's the advisory council. She's the she's one of the
yeah. Hi,
founders of
Loretta.
Smobler. Yep, Smobler Studios.
Yeah,
So something that I noticed while talking to them and others, just watching other videos, is the male to female ratio, and trying to encourage more women, more females into the space, not just crypto, but
yeah,
gaming, where the numbers, they're not as represented, they're underrepresented. And I think what I remember, I was trying to find the exact quote, but I remember a recent video I watched of Shannon Snow on a podcast where she mentioned that usually that she's seen for about 40%, like max, 40% max on Discord is far lower of a female to male ratio. So
mm,
40% female, 60% male. When I was looking at some of your pictures, I noticed there are
there's a lot. I,
a lot of women,
yeah, they're
female
actually good.
students.
Yeah,
Can you tell
they're
me about
actually
that?
very good.
What are you seeing there?
Actually, here in the Philippines, we really don't, uh, like measure or gauge the number of men and women, because for us it's like we're all at the same, you know, same level, So yeah, but one thing that I've noticed with these girls at NCST, they're quite good, especially in Vox Edit. I was like, I want the boys, like, hey boys, be careful with the girls here. So I I showed them the, their works. It's like the boys were like, oh, okay. So and what they did, some of them, is they talk to the to the other girls, and some of the students, they already have formed their own team, like collaborating for the game jam. So yeah,
Oh,
but as
nice. Okay.
yeah, I was so very happy to to uh to see them at earliest day one they are already collaborating, you know and yeah, and it's a mix of boys and girls in the team. And then what else? Yeah, as for the ratio, yeah, I think one of the class is almost like the majority are girls. Yeah,
Wow.
but we'll see. I'll go ahead and on our last day I will we'll have like a picture so that we can
Mhm.
actually see how many boys and girls are in the class or classes.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be wow, that's pretty cool. So as early as day 1, the girl teams are already collaborating together, and you've already see signs that the girls have started a girl team for Game Jam that's gonna start on day 3.
And not really, it's a mix of boys and girls, not
Okay.
really just girls. Yeah, a mix of boys and girls,
Okay.
doing collaboration.
But one of your classes looked like a majority of them were girls.
I think one of the class,
One of the classes.
because we have three. Yeah, because we
That's
have like
cool.
three classes. Yeah.
That was just something I noted that I wanted to just talk with you about, because you can already see they're collaborating right there, the 3 girls,
Mm,
and then there's other girls working by themselves and some working with, the boys, and just
yeah.
it was an interesting thing that popped in my mind as I was watching. But clearly, man, you are onto something. You are clearly onto something successful here. The Sandbox Academy, I think, can become a flagship for education and student education, let's call it.
Mm.
but
Yeah.
you're expanding into Saudi Arabia, potentially Ecuador, and potentially Indonesia and India, and you're doing
Mm.
train the trainer events. This is something that could become a worldwide SandFam international thing. As an
Yeah, I really,
international thing,
I
man.
wanted that. Yeah, I actually want that is one of my, one of my mission. You know, to uh, to have Sandbox Academy be known globally.
Yeah.
Because again, there are a lot of raw talents. You know, in every single country, and you know, but the thing there is that they are not aware what Sandbox is. So one of the mission of Sandbox Academy is, you know, putting Sandbox Academy to their doorsteps. You know, so this is what we do. We'll teach you how to do it. So on my first day at NCST, they are not aware what Sandbox is. So, but when when they have researched what Sandbox is, that is the time that they got interested. It's like, "Man, let's try to do this because it's very rare for a group or organization to go to one college and teach game design for free. So what we're giving here is like they're actually surprised uh, what we are doing. It's for free, and they get you know free T-shirts after the you know
They get
after
pizza and
after
t-shirts.
the workshop. Yeah, pizza, T-shirt, and they have it. They will also have they can add this experience or this training to their portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
You
Their
know
resume.
that
Start
they
building their portfolio
yeah
and
their
resume.
resume. Yes, that's right. That's right.
Mark, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Salamat for taking the time
Wala
to show us what's been happening and all the good things you're doing. This is what impact looks like. I mean, you go straight to the Sandbox DAO, and then you go to the vision of the Sandbox DAO. It says, "We've imagined a world where our vibrant community of players, creators, owners, and brands shape the future of the platform with us." This is you doing that. One community, many parts, working with impact, empowerment,
yeah.
transparency. You're doing all four of these things. So
Well,
I give you
I will
I
not
give
be able to do it without the help of you guys.
yeah.
All of
Well,
us are Sandbox Academy. I just need all of us are.
you're empowering those students. You're impactful to the both SamFam and the community. Man, this is so cool. I'm so happy
Thank
for
you.
you. So thank
Me
you
as
for
well.
sharing this update, and I look forward to the
Sure.
next one and bringing Sandbox Academy to the international community.
Yeah, it is my pleasure. So yeah. So again, my mission is to make Sandbox Academy global so that we can introduce to them, the game maker and box edit so that they as well can be a game designer. And again, I I I wanted the Sandbox Academy to be free, so just to share to the other people who wants Sandbox Academy in their own country. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, let's what's it called that that term paid forward? Is it paid forward?
Pay it forward. That's right.
Yeah, yeah,
Pay it forward.
yeah. So
So, everyone,
that's
this was SandDAO Podcast 49. I had with me here Mark Bago, who is the director, the founder and director of Sandbox Academy, known as Sir Sandbox around the campuses that he's teaching right now. He's currently in day 2 of day 4 of the first workshop of 5
yep.
that he asked for funds in SIP number 12 that passed. And so, this is him implementing the SIP. And also, I know the Sandbox DAO admin team would love for you to share your results with them so that they can update the SIP thread to share those results on the
Mhm.
forums. So they do that frequently when updates are given, and I have no doubt that they would love to do that for this. So thank you,
Yeah,
Mark.
I'm also
Salamat,
yeah I'm
my
also
friend.
Yun, walang anuman, kaibigan. Actually, I'm already also updating the SIP-12 on the forum. I'm adding
Good,
pictures and videos there.
good.
Yeah, just to share to SandFam. Oh, by the way, before we end
Hmm.
the podcast, I would also like to share there's one thing that I've discovered during day one. It's like I let the students, you know, get inside the classroom and just let them, do their own thing. Play around with box edit for 15 minutes without me teaching them. And I was like, when I entered, I was like, okay, they are good. And then after I have taught them uh, the basics, on the last 15 minutes of the class, uh, I asked them to do another asset, and then I compared to the ones that I they have created 15 on the first 15 minutes of the class, and it's like they exponentially improve the way they do their art or their asset. I'm also doing this for Game Maker. I'll just let them, first 15 minutes, go ahead and click all the buttons, you know, and then do anything, do everything that you wanted to do, try to explore, and then I'll teach. And then the last 15 minutes, I'll go ahead and ask them to, to apply what they have learned. And yeah, I think it's a, very good like style to on how to teach them. So it just came to me on day one. It's
That's
actually good.
cool. I want to add that to our next follow up. I want to see a piece of a Vox art asset
Mhm.
that they created the first 15 minutes, and I want to see that same student who created one at the end, if possible. That way we can show the improvements. Dude, man,
Yeah,
what better way to show the impact?
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Cool. I just
And I'm
added that to our
also like,
list.
yeah, perfect. And I'm also doing shooting like a live video on what they're doing because uh, that is what Seb told me when we met here in the Philippines in Manila. So he asked me that, hey, if it's okay, try to take a video on, on the screen of the students. We can actually see what they are doing, and that's the reason why, I asked one of actually the president of the student council. Her name is Nicole. So she's the one taking videos and of the screen of the students and what they're doing in Game Maker. Uh, yeah, it was a Seb's request, so I did it. It's actually good.
Very good, man. Very good. Well, thank you again for your time. And I
Hey,
just
you're
updated the
welcome.
thumbnail to make sure that, and remind me, what was the gentleman's name uh, that you went to YGG with, and took the picture with Seb?
Uh,
Jeff.
his name is Jeff.
Jeff.
Yeah, let me type it
So
here. Where
Mark
can
and
I type
Jeff at YGG with Seb here just a few days ago. And that'll conclude SandDAO Podcast 49, a SIP follow-up of SIP number 12, the Sandbox Academy,
Yep.
working through their first of 5 workshops at just one college, already taught
First
90
of
students.
first, yeah, first of many.
First of
First of
many.
many. Yeah.
So, salamat, and hope you have a great day. Mark,
you
see you
you
again.
too. You too, sir. Thank you very much.
All
Much
right.
love.
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.